Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do a tutorial for this festive makeup look which I have specially created for people with wheatish to dusky skin. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Let's get started. I'm going to start with foundation and I'm using the Cover FX custom cover drops today, and the shade I'm using is G60. So I've taken a bit of moisturizer and I'm adding 4 drops of these, and then using this custom blending brush also by Cover FX, I'm just going to dab this all over my face. Think of these as a highly concentrated foundation. So when you want to do like a light base, you can use 2 drops, and when you want to do a heavier full coverage base, you can use 4 drops, and you can mix these with absolutely anything. You can use these with moisturizer, with primer, with facial oil, whatever texture and consistency works for your skin, you can use that and just add this for coverage. So I've done my full face. Now I feel like I need a little more coverage in certain areas where I've got some pigmentation or some redness. So once again, I mixed 4 drops with my Forest Essentials moisturizer, and then I'm just dabbing it in the areas where I want some more coverage. Normally I wear G50, but I've used G60 today just to darken up my complexion a little bit because I want to show this look for dusky and wheatish skin. Now moving on to eye makeup, I'm going to do my brows first, and I'm using the brow pomade by Freedom, and the shade I have is ash brown. So my brows are quite thick naturally, so I don't need to fill them in too much. I'm just filling in the gaps. Now moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to use this palette called Welcome to the Pleasure Dome by Makeup Revolution. And first I'm going to use this matte brown color. But before I start with any eyeshadow work, I'm just going to use some pressed powder to set that foundation so that my eyeshadows blend easily. Now going in with that dark brown matte color, I'm going to define the outer corner as well as the crease using a fluffy blending brush. This one is by Zoeva. Next I'm going to take this shimmery chocolate color from the same palette, and this color is going to go all over my lid. And to apply this, I'm using the Bharat and Doris eyeshadow brush number 13. Next I'm going to go back in the crease with my Zoeva blending brush just to make sure that everything is well blended. Next I'm going to take this dark grey color as well as the black color next to it, and using an angled brush, I'm just going to apply it lightly along my upper lash line. I don't want to do a very crisp and defined liner, which is why I have used eyeshadows instead of a liquid or gel liner. And then I'm going to take a soft brush and just diffuse that line a little more for a smudgy, smoky effect. Next I'm going to take my MAC concealer palette, and I'm using the shade NC35, and I'm going to apply this in a triangular shape under my eyes. I'm highlighting using a concealer, so apart from the triangular area under my eyes, I'm also going to apply this down the bridge of my nose, a little bit in the center of my forehead and under my cheekbones, just under where I'm going to apply the contouring shade next. To contour, I'm using NW55, also from a MAC concealer palette, and using a tiny brush, I'm applying this right under my cheekbones, along the sides of my nose, all the way up to the brows, and a little bit along my jawline and the sides of my neck as well. Next I'm going to blend in all those cream products. First I'm blending my contour, and I'm using a narrow brush by the brand Elysium, and I'm blending the contour upwards towards my temples and my hairline. And next I've used the same brush that I used for the concealer, which is by Sigma, and after blending everything, I'm going to use the Clinique loose powder, and using a sponge I'm just dabbing it in the areas where I have applied the concealer, as well as my forehead, which tends to get quite shiny, and my nose as well, which is quite oily. Next I'm going to use this face palette by Makeup Revolution, and taking the bronzer, I'm applying this in the areas where I had applied the cream contour, so that is under my cheekbones, and I'm also using it a little bit on my forehead. I don't generally use a lot of contour product on my forehead because it's already quite small. So I'm just blending it under the cheekbones, and then I'm going to use this blush color, which is a really nice peachy pink color with a matte finish, and applying it to the apples of the cheeks and blending it upwards, making sure there are no harsh lines between the blush and the bronzer. To highlight, I'm using the Pro Illuminate highlighter by Makeup Revolution. This is a really nice, warm toned highlighter, gives a beautiful, refined, polished shine to the cheeks, and you can see the instant glow it adds. Now coming back to the eye makeup, I'm going to add a pop of color using this purple to my lower lash line. I'm going to start from the outer corner and move inwards, leaving a small area near the tear duct. And then I'm going to go in with this bright turquoise color, and I'm going to apply this in the inner part of my lower lash line, that is the tear duct area, and this is just going to add a nice element of color to the look. Now going in with this dark blue color, I'm just going to add that to the outermost part of my lower lash line, just to kind of give a multi-dimensional colorful look to my lower lash line. Then going in with this highlight color, I'm going to apply this to the inner corner just to brighten up my eyes a little bit. Now coming to the lashes, first I'm going to curl my lashes using my Shu Uemura eyelash curler, and then I'm going to apply some mascara. I'm using the extension mascara by La Roche-Posay here. Make sure you apply mascara to the top as well as the bottom lashes. And I'm also going to add a pair of false eyelashes just to complete the look. Now for the lips, first I'm going to use a lip liner by L'Oreal Paris, and then use Diva by MAC, which is a deep wine red color. First I'm using the lip liner to line as well as fill in my entire lip area. This will just give a clean, defined shape to your lips. And then I'm going to go in with MAC Diva, which is a really intense deep wine color, which is going to give that really bold and intense dramatic look to the lip. And that is the finished look. The kind of shades I've used here, like the chocolate color on the eyes, the wine red for the lips, works really well for deep dusky Indian skin, and that pop of color just adds a bit of an interesting element to the look. But if you're not comfortable with that, you can just use the same chocolate color along your lower lash line as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on this tutorial in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye.